After the first day of rehab, you can find it on vlog entry number 10, and the second day of rehab on vlog entry 12, today was the time to, at least we thought, to start working on something else other than painting. We did paint already twice. We put the second coat of white throughout the house, but in one room, and today we thought was the day we could dedicate ourselves to switches and outlets, starting to pay attention to the outside. Very pleased by the progress made by Roberto in the rehab of the bathroom. But it ended up being a very long, much longer than we expected, and frustrating day that we were able to make a productive one exclusively because we didn't give up. I'm sure we all had one of those days when we say, today is not my day. Well, today, that day, it was the same for all of us. It wasn't my day, it wasn't my wife's day, it wasn't my parents' day, and we ended up facing ourselves with a lot of frustration among ourselves versus each other. So if you think that I'm a nice guy, you should come along and stay with me for a few hours while I'm doing one of these rehabs. Anyhow, we ended up having to paint 3-coat on the walls for 2 reasons, and I don't know which one is the major one. First of all, we were covering with white. We used bare white, white and prime together, so it's a good quality paint, but over very dark colors. And second, we were painting with very high humidity. So by the time we started the second coat, the first coat was already completely dry, but I'm sure that it has something to do with being forced to use the third coat as well. So we started, as I mentioned, with very different intention, but once that we've accepted to the fact that we needed to paint a third coat, we just made peace with it and carried on with that task. The frustrating part was that once we got going, I just couldn't stay on that task because either my wife needed me, my mom needed me, or my dad needed me. Whatever I was trying to delegate needed my supervision or my support, or wasn't getting done right, sometime at the expense of the quality of the job and wasting material. So that got me fed up a bit, but I can't blame them because they're doing their best to help us. And the thing is that when you're on the job and you're already frustrating because you yourself are not performing as you want to, and you don't have the possibility to give your best because you're constantly interrupted, well, frustration comes in. And I'm just happy and appreciative that they love me as much as they do, and they put up with me and my bad attitude. And by the end of the day, we were able to get a lot of things done. On top of all these, my wife forgot her glasses, so she couldn't drive, and my father forgot his driver license. So I had to run a few errands that kept me away from the job site for at least 2, almost 3 hours, getting materials and other things, having to go to the dump twice. Beautiful place, beautiful weather. We are at the dump, and of course you want to be here when it's raining. Of course, everybody can come here when it's good weather. You want to be here while it's raining, And of course, by the time we got to the dump, it was raining, so we got drenched at the dump. And looking at the bright side, recording videos for the vlog kept us in good spirit. We had a very good attitude, at least during these clips. And it could have been much worse. It could have been raining like this. È solo una nuvola di passaggio, dai! Visibilità molto scarsa. It could have been worse. You see, we could have been unloaded in this. Instead, we were already unloaded. Here we go again at Home Depot. So we came in to get some more paint, and let me tell you a brief story. So we always use this one, the Bear, can you see it? Yes, Bear, this one, interior semi-gloss. Originally we liked to paint in different colors, like if it were our own home for each property, because we started to do that with vacation rentals, short-term rentals. And then we did it also for long-term rentals because we wanted to have the same colors in all of the properties. And we kept on convincing ourselves that the more we care, the more the tenants are going to care. But then we realized that they don't. So instead of using different colors, now we just do everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything with the same color. We do the ceilings, we do the walls, we do the baseboards, we do the doors, you name it. It might look ugly, but first of all, it doesn't look ugly. It looks simple, but two reasons. First of all, it's very easy to manage, and second, tenants can paint on top of it very easily with their own colors. So the goal when we provide a good rental property is that it's clean, neat, and easy for us to manage, to handle during the turnover. So white throughout and for every surface, so that you don't have to stay there, pay attention to cutting. We save a bunch of time, although with the ceiling we're spending a little bit of money because the ceiling paint is slightly more affordable. This is not something that we came up with. This was something that we learned from one of our dearest friends who is no longer with us, Nick Burby. Nick Burby taught us this. He used to show us a few of his properties, and we used to say, Nick, no, we would never do this. You know, the pride of ownership. We want to have nice houses. The houses are not bad at all. They just have to look clean. And if the tenants don't appreciate the simplicity of it, which they do in most cases, they can repaint on it, on top of it. It's going to be very easy. And then when they give it back to us, they got to re-put the white on it. And if they've done a good job, you know, white on white is very easy to match. So this property has been rented for the past 3 years. We weren't using that technique yet. So we are converting it to complete white. And now it's taking us the third coat. Anyhow, we're getting it shake, and then we're going to be putting it on the walls. Visto? Lo dicevo che era una nuvola di passaggio, vedi? Tutto a posto, tutto schiarito. The sky cleared, we got back at the property, and I tried to get a grip of the situation between doing the best I could myself and delegate little easy tasks to others. And I thought that it was a good idea to delegate yard work to my father. You see, in Italy we have a big farm, 1,000 olive trees over a big extended hill. So I figured he knows how to deal with the front yard of a single family home. So first thing first, I tried to turn on the lawnmower and I couldn't get it to start. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get it to start. So I figured, okay, I'll just let him handle the chainsaw and trimming down those bushes in front of the house. But within 5 minutes, he was able to make the chain drop. So after putting it back up, I just dealt with it myself. And I let him to load the truck. And in the evening afterwards, we were able to get the lawnmower to start as well. So it took care a little bit of the front yard, but then he said that we ran out of gas, which we didn't. The blade was simply too low and touching the ground. I realized that only once in the evening, in the dark, I was putting the lawnmower back in the house. So you see, it was the law of attraction, you know. The universe is responding to you. What are you responding to? Well, yesterday I wasn't responding to productivity that well. I was just attracting more and more contrasts, and we had to make do. Wow!
Take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and move along. Come on. Rolling on that
Dealing with the bushes this way, of course, forced us to do a second trip to the dump. And since, as I mentioned, I was the only one able to drive, I had to leave the job site again. So it is 3:30. To be honest, it hasn't been a very productive day today. Many things went differently to what we were planning, but you know, this is life. Anyhow, we're back at the dump dock, and right now we are here for some yard waste. As you can tell from, you know, maybe in the back you can see something. Yeah, because I got, look, something is close by the door. It's inside the truck, I just noticed. So yeah, here we are. And then we'll go back to Home Depot, of course, to get some more materials. And yeah, so we'll try to be as productive as we can. But most of the day basically is already gone. Although we'll be here working at the house until, I would say, around 8. So we got another good 5 hours worth of work. And yeah, keep you posted. Beautiful job. Look at that. In record time, basically. Good job. Good job.
Okay, good job.
Supervisor there in the back. The supervisor. 89 years of experience right there. Back at Home Depot is the second time today. It will not be the last. Now maybe it's gonna be the last for today, hopefully, because I don't want to waste too much time running errands when I'm rehabbing. But yeah, so very briefly, I'm here with my dad, who's helping me out, and we're just gonna quickly get what we need and get back at the house where my mom and Eva are proceeding with what needs to be done, and so we'll try to help them as soon as possible, as much as we can. So gotta get back on it. We got back at the house again, and at that point I serenely told the crew, look guys, we're gonna be here until we're done doing everything we planned on doing before we got here. So no matter what happens, no matter how many times I get interrupted, no matter how many things can come up, we're gonna be here until we're done with everything we wanted to do. And so we ordered a few pizzas. We ate it on site in what is coming back to be a house. And we left at around 10:30 after doing everything we wanted to do. We decided to stay until late for two reasons. First of all, the property is not exactly behind the corner from where we live. And then we all like Les Brown's philosophy that says, it's not over until I win. And, you know, when you do things with family and finally you restored the harmony that should always be present, in Italian we say, il buon umore non manca mai, meaning the good spirit never ends. And so you could also have fun. We can have fun no matter what we're doing and no matter how tired we are. And so we did.
La demenza della tarda ora.
Sono 9:20 di carota.
Oddio.
Non siamo riusciti a fare quanto pensavamo di fare e ora stiamo qua finché non abbiamo
Perché
fatto
si lavora
quello che
nel
pensavamo di fare.
fresco. It is almost 11 p.m. 10:58. We left from the property at around 10:30. At the end, it was a very productive day because we were able to get everything done that we wanted to get done. It took us longer because of the many things that didn't go according to plan, but we didn't give up. So, and again, this is not unusual. We'd rather do very long days every once in a while than, you know, do many days of hard work. So tomorrow we'll recover, and yeah, we'll see when we have to come back up here next, based on the progress of the people that we're working with everything else that needs to be done. Our part of the rehab is proceeding well, so the crew is in the back. They're all tired up, but we're all happy for the accomplishments, although we had serious frustration for the progress and among ourselves, which is, you know, part of the progress itself. So we'll keep you posted.
This video has been brought to you
By us at
Real Estate Helpful Solutions.
We Buy Houses, helping people.
To find out more about how we can be of help, text or call us at 727-366-6916 or send us an email at the email address you see in the photo.